Welcome back to episode 11
Yes.
of the Nymore Boys podcast. My name is Tyler. I'm joined with Mitch. We are the Nymore Boys. We got our friend Austin on the podcast once again. What's up, Austin?
Hey, how's it going?
I appreciate you jumping out here on an absolute whim.
He was on call.
He was.
Dude,
He had the
pager.
absolute pager ready, and yeah, he made it through.
Yeah, most importantly, I stopped by and picked up our sponsor for today, Bud Light.
He did. Bud
Yeah.
Light is not our sponsor, unfortunately. I would love them to sponsor us someday.
But who is this video sponsored by as right now?
Today's video sponsor is Mitch.
From NymoreBoys.com. Check it out. Actually, I'm not going to say it. It's a little surprise. A little surprise for
Ooh.
you folks on what we have.
We do have
Ready?
some absolute stuff cooking right now.
We do.
I am just getting the last podcast pulled up behind us. Yeah, so Mitch and I and Katie, his girlfriend, which we did a podcast with her. If you haven't seen it, click that iCard right up there.
Up there.
If you are watching on
Way up
YouTube.
there.
Yeah, way up in the corner here.
Yeah.
We did a podcast with Mitch's girlfriend, Katie. That was like, what, 9, 7? That was a while ago.
That was before the double. No, that must have been like 7.
Seven, I think
Seven
it
or
was
8.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
Because
And we leave on Wednesday
excited.
for Canada. It'll be pretty much a week trip, and we've got a lot of stuff cooking.
This
for,
is the last one we have before the trip.
I believe so.
And Austin made it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we want one to come out while we're en route
Yep.
to our friends of the Great White North.
Yep. I've never been to Canada.
That's surprising. I'm surprised you've never been
It's a
there.
nice place.
Mitch, you got your passport?
Oh, should I probably get one?
Ooh.
Do you actually not have one?
No.
Like dead ass, you don't have a you don't
Nah,
have a
just kidding, I
fucking
have one.
passport?
Jeez.
Okay, you scared me because you would not have gotten one in time because we literally leave in like 6
1
days.
week.
It took a
Processing.
few weeks to come in the mail.
Austin, I'm going to need you to make a fake passport. It's going to be written in like green crayon. Passport. It's going to be like spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is like the one they gave me. They look. They like don't
There's
give
like
a
a
fuck.
$20 bill in it. This is the one they gave me, man.
True,
I don't know.
True, it's some bench warmers.
Before I forget, we if you guys haven't seen Austin before, that means you obviously haven't watched episode 10, which what the fuck are you doing? Why haven't you watched episode 10? If you missed that, it'll also be linked in that iCard. Just click that little eye icon in the top left corner or top right corner of your screen. If you are listening on Spotify, just scroll down one. It's right there. And make sure to listen to that to get all caught up. But Austin, why don't you run us through like a quick 30-second spiel about essentially what we talked about last podcast.
Okay.
Go.
So we kind of talked about me being in the military, my deployment. So I was out in Kuwait for 6 months, which wasn't too bad. Hot. It's all you really need to know. Watch a lot of drone footage. And
What else? You still got probably 15 more seconds.
oh shoot, okay.
What else are we talking about?
Well, we talked about a trip up. That wasn't too bad. So I drove up here 24 hours with my big buddy Nick. Shout out to you, Nick. So,
And then
That's
about
about
5 more
it.
seconds. What do you got?
that's honestly about it.
We also talked about Area 51 because Austin gave
True.
us
I
some
have big secrets
juicy
there.
secrets for Area 51 and all those idiots that think they're going to raid Area 51 and absolutely get mowed down.
Poor guys.
Yeah, so if you haven't watched episode 10, take a look back at that. And
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. I recently purchased the same sweatshirt Austin was wearing in the last podcast, so I do have the Champion hoodie on
Ooh.
now.
How is it?
This thing's sick. Absolutely sick. And most places that you buy Champion, they charge like $75 for a Champion hoodie. We're only charging $48. I mean, come on. That's cheap.
That's pretty good.
T-shirts only $19. Hats are only 20 or 21, I think. We got a little bit of everything on there, so definitely, like I said, I know we're beating a dead horse, but I put a lot of hours into that website, so definitely go check out nymoreboys.com.
Yeah, the main thing we really want is just to people kind of wear it. And like,
That's literally
I just want to see someone in town wear like one of the shirts.
Yeah.
I just dude.
when I
That'd be sick.
when I had my clothing company when I was in college, I had a online clothing store similar to what the Nymore Boys website is.
It was just clothing.
It was literally just clothing. And you do not understand the like the feeling you get when you see somebody wearing something you created, it's like something that you just cannot replicate. It's like it's way better than money. It's
Yeah.
way better. You know what I mean?
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, the money
It's
part,
just
like,
so
put it
cool.
aside. Like, I just want to see these people just wearing this stuff. Like, obviously, it's cool when we see, like, our bodies wear that shit. But it's
Yeah.
like, dude, if, like, you imagine, like, going out to a bar or something, you see a guy, like, wearing a shirt. Like,
Yeah.
or
I mean, it's
just
like a
think that'd be
sense of
sick, dude.
accomplishment,
Oh.
though.
I've only briefly kind of talked about this with Mitch, but I kind of want to throw it out there to see if there's actually a little bit of a response. I had an idea the other day to approach a local bar here in town and see if they wanted to collaborate on a beer pong tournament. So it'd be like an all-day tournament. We haven't really talked about any logistics or even secured a bar.
It's just kind of, like, out there.
But kind of out there to see if there'd be enough interest. Like if we had a beer pong tournament, it's an all-day thing. You buy in as a team, so it's a 2-person team, $20 buy-in, so $10 a person. Top 3 teams take a percentage of the pot, and then everybody gets a Nymore Boys T-shirt, or something along those lines. If that's actually of interest to you, like if that's something that you think that you would attend, definitely either tweet at us, DM us, anything. Just let us know.
Us even.
Yeah, literally snap us if you have any of our personal snaps. Just reach out in a way just because I want to see if there's
So we
actually
know.
enough interest in something like that.
Like an RSVP.
Well, not necessarily an RSVP because we haven't actually secured anything
It's
yet.
a loose RSVP. It's like,
I just want to see if there's
would you
enough
go?
interest in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe throw out a poll vote or something like that.
Just because, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just because I want to, I don't obviously want to put all the planning and spend the money on things that we would need for it if there's no interest in it. So it was just something that I thought would be kind of a fun event for everyone just to come in and see who's the best beer pong team.
Definitely
Yeah.
not me.
I don't know, Mitch. You and I could probably run some people. Just kidding. I'm not very good at it.
Dude,
either,
I suck
but
at beer pong. I'm better at Flippy Cup.
Flippy cup.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm good at Flippy Cup, but I suck at beer pong. I'm not good at it.
So, anyways, before we get too carried away, if that's something you're interested in, like I said, just contact us any way you can, just saying, yeah, I think that's a cool idea, and yeah, I would be attending. Obviously, you'd have to be 21 to attend, unfortunately, because
Stupid.
you got to be able to drink. Got to be able to drink Bud Light.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
moving on, I should say. Austin, there was something we were just talking before we started recording. You said you wanted to talk about something. Do you remember what you wanted to talk about?
Oh, yeah. So, well, I got pulled over for the first time going over to my grandparents' house.
The first time?
My first time
That's
ever.
impressive.
Dude,
Here in town?
yeah, so I was heading
Oh.
down Highway 2 going towards Bena.
Yeah.
And I was pushing about 14 over, and I was holding that cruise control, so it was like 79 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
You're
And
buzzing.
Yeah, you're
this
cruising.
car, like, I saw him in my rearview mirror like 5 miles back, and he just finally catches up to me, and he pulls me over eventually, and this guy, he pulls me
After
over.
you brought him all the way through town.
Yeah, like I was way out at this point, and this guy, he's like, dude, I was pulling like 90 plus to catch up to you. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was holding cruise control. And he's like, so are you in the military? And I was like, yeah. So that, he was like, we were joking about that and stuff. And like, he was like, yeah, I was in 8.5 years. So I got off the hook real quick. He could have
Damn.
he clocked me for 82. And I was like, that could have been a hefty ticket. But
Yeah,
no, I
especially
got
in
away
Minnesota.
clean. Oh my, he was like, dude, you have illegal tint on your car. Like, I could have clocked you for a few things. And I was like, shoot. So,
So you got off with a warning. Did he even do a written warning?
no. Just a
Verbal
verbal
warning.
warning. He was like, yeah, I'll give you an
Damn.
ass chewing. And it was like, sounds good to me. So he just let me go.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, holy shit, that fucking scared me.
Did you ever get dinged with a ticket, Tyler? You ever get hit with
Yeah.
one?
Ooh.
I when I went to school in Fargo, I was driving back, and for the people who are from the area that have driven to Fargo before, I was on a road that I always call the Two Inlets Road. So it's essentially a cut across just after you get past Itasca State Park. You get on this cut across road and it dumps you out like right outside of Detroit Lakes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this long ass windy road. Hardly anybody ever's on it. And so I'm driving back to Fargo for whatever, it doesn't matter. And I was the only car I had seen. This is like probably a 20-mile road or more, and I had not seen a single car, right? So I'm just cruising. I'm listening to a podcast, and I come around the corner. You know, I think I had my cruise set at like 80 or something.
Yeah.
Came around a corner, and I passed a Charger. And I'm like, damn, that's a cool-looking car. Looked down at the license plate. The last second said police. Looked in my rearview mirror. Brake lights were on. Fucking whipped around. Pulled me over. He's like, yeah, I clocked you going 15 over. And he was like giving me like all this stuff and basically chewing my ass. And I was just being like, yeah, sorry, I'm going back for a final. It's my last class before, I'm done with school and whatever. And, I was being super nice to him. He was being an ass.
Yeah, I mean, it happens for sure.
He was being a complete ass. And, I thought maybe I would get lucky and get away with just a written warning. Oh, no. He came up. He's like, here's your ticket. Here's where you can go to pay it. Slow down.
Oh,
he was like a total ass.
He had his
Wow.
coordinate, and he wanted it all out on you.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
Damn.
Yeah. I got, it was like a $150 speeding ticket, and my insurance went up. And
yeah, I mean.
And mind you, I was in college, so I had no money.
Yeah.
Like, no money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Actually, no, I've gotten dinged with a ticket before. It was like a special occasion. I was going to, I had like a gift for someone, and I was running late. Usual. I was fucking running late, and I'm like going out.
Let me just say, Mitch is not a very good driver.
Like, I'm a fine driver. I was going out to Turtle, or like out to Turtle, wherever. Like up not 71. What's that road called again? Or that, God, by the chop
Towards
house.
Turtle, it's Old 71.
Old 71. So I'm going up Old 71. And I was late, and it was like kind of something very important I was supposed to be at.
I know exactly what it was, and it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it actually was kind of important.
It was pretty important. Yeah. And I had a gift, and, I had plans, and I'm buzzing out there, and I get pulled over, and I was like, fuck. I knew. I was like, dude, there's no way.
Were you drunk?
No, I wasn't drunk.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't drunk. No, I wasn't drinking. I was in high school.
I just had to go get Mitch from detox.
Oh,
I was a senior in high school at this time. But yeah, I was like, fuck. And I knew he came up to me, and then he's like, yeah. And I was like, I know. Like, I shouldn't have been doing that. I'm late for something. And I was like, just trying to fly, He's like, look, like, you can't be doing that, like, and then I was like, I knew. And then he gave me a ticket. He's like, all right, like, I gotta give you a ticket, like, I can't not. And then I was like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I mean, like, I'm never gonna be a dick to a cop. Like, it doesn't pay well, or I'm not gonna.
Yeah, because I mean, you knew you were in the wrong, but it's like still shitty.
Yeah, like, I'm not like nice to him because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get out a ticket, but like,
yeah,
just like. Because if you were like a dick, like that's gonna up your chance even more, like to get a ticket. So it's like, just whatever. But yeah, I got dinged with one. I think I was doing like, it was a 65. I was doing like 75, 80, something like that. Yeah. I got dinged with one. And I actually got pulled over the other night because I bought a new whip, not new, but the license plate light was out, and I was like. I wasn't sure if it was or not because the brake light was out. And the reason, long story, but yeah, so I was like, brake light was out, I fixed it. They pulled me over, he's like, hey, like, your license plate light's out. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, in state of Minnesota. I was like, no, like, you're right. Like, I was like, I had no idea, like, it was out. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought it was a brake light. When I bought it from the guy, I was told that it was a brake light, which, in fact, a brake light was out, so I changed it and everything. So I had no idea that this light was out. And, I mean, he was a beauty. He's a nice guy. He's like, all right, I'm just going to give you a verbal warning. Like, if I get pulled over, it's usually for, like, dumb shit. Like, it's nothing, like, I mean, I got pulled over for, like, the speeding. And I was one time I got pulled over for speeding. And I got taken for it. So I was 1 for 1. I got dinged one there, but for the most part, I usually don't. I don't really get.
So there was actually another time I got pulled over.
Oh yeah.
I was driving to the cities with Garrett because we were going to IKEA because I needed furniture for my new apartment, and we're out past like the Cabacona corner, like going towards like LaPorte, Walker area,
Oh yeah.
And for whatever reason at the time it used to be 60 and then it dropped down to 55 once you got farther out of town, which was weird. And we're driving and there's these two cars in front of me and I could not understand why they were driving so damn slow, right?
Oh no.
So it's a straightaway. I get out, I pass the first car, it's fine. Second car is like a Ford Taurus. No badging, no nothing on it, right? Just like a brown Taurus.
No, that's red flag number 1.
Normal license plate.
I hate undercover cars.
And I'm pulling up, and I'm at this point I'm cruising. I'm going like 90 because when I pass a car, I'm fucking all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
Because
Well, did you know there's
not
actually
trying to get like hit or nothing?
I think it's only 10 miles over is what you're allowed to pass. So, anyways, I'm flying, and all of a sudden I see a grate in the dividing the back and the front seats, and then I see 3 little lights in the back window, and I'm like, "Fuck, this is an undercover cop." So I tap my brakes, and I'm like, "Well, I can't stop now. He's fucking sees me like right next to him, basically." So I have to pass this cop. I get up in front of him, set my cruise at like 65 because I thought it was 60. All of a sudden, fucking whoop, lights flip on.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh my God. Guy ended up letting me go with a written warning. But I passed a cop.
I would never do that.
I didn't know. But
Well, I
I
mean,
know,
yeah.
but like I hate when cops are just behind me. I'm like, I get like nervous, even though I'm not doing anything
like
wrong.
even
I'm
in
like,
town
"Ooh."
when there's a cop behind me, fucking cruise set at 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
not going a mile over.
Yeah.
So today I was coming home from McDonald's,
Yeah.
and like there was this black Dodge Avenger right behind me, and I was stopped at a stoplight, right?
Mhm.
And I booked it real quick, but I only went up to the speed limit, and this car is just right on my ass the whole time until I get to like the highway that goes north over by Putt and Go.
Yeah.
But this cop, or it's not a cop, I thought it was a cop, but it had like those extended like mirrors on the side, so it looked like it was an undercover cop or something. So I was like, okay, well, I'm fucked. Like I just got pulled over the other day,
Yeah.
so I was just big nervous at this point. So I don't know, this bitch just pulled off and like went to Walmart or something. So I was like just real hyped at that point. But
Let me just say, if you drive a car that the police drive in this town, I absolutely hate you, because I guarantee I've used half my brake pads just slamming on my brakes thinking you're a cop.
right.
So just remember that. I don't know how you sleep at night when you know that you drive a white Ford Taurus because you look the exact same as a cop.
I like those new Ford Explorers.
Yeah, the
Like,
Ford
oh,
Explorers that look exactly like the sheriff's.
Dude, I bet
And you know what's
they-
even worse is when somebody buys that car and then puts a goddamn brush guard on the front.
God,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that fucking doesn't for me.
You literally look exactly like a cop.
Yeah.
So,
So dumb.
just gotta throw that out there.
God, dude. So was that your only story that you had to tell us in your very
Well,
eventful time?
I went to the casino the other day,
Ooh, how'd you do?
dude.
Which one did you go to?
I went to the one over in Bagley.
Well,
Why?
So
you can't play cards there.
I know. So I was playing slots, right? I had my sister, her boyfriend, and myself, and I gave my sister $40
God,
to
you've
play
been
your
with.
nerd-wheeling
sister-
all week.
Wait.
Jesus, yeah.
So your sister, your boyfriend, and you were there?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
No, my sister,
Austin,
her
this is-
boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought he was
okay.
like me, my
Yeah.
boyfriend, and my sister. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait,
Dude,
I thought he was
making
dating
jokes over
Tiffany.
here. You're pretty funny.
Okay, all right. I'll
All right,
dial
all
it back.
All right, so I gave my sister $40. I was going in with 100, right?
yep.
And her
Why'd you
boyfriend
give your
said,
sister money?
because she didn't have any money and was like, "Oh, I'm not going to take you there."
That's
and
the
like,
classic.
so here's
Just gotta
the funny.
say, I just gotta say, it's the classic. Older brother makes money. Younger sister never has money. That's the classic. Even if they do, I'm just saying it's the classic.
True.
Yeah, no,
you're right.
that's my sister's too.
I mean, I don't know. My
My sister works
pretty
full
hard.
time, and she's like, I don't have any money. I'm like, that's bullshit. You work full time. You have money.
Dude,
Yeah.
my sister works hard as fuck. Like she,
Yeah, so she has money.
Does she work at Sanford?
no, she works over at like one of the assisted living
I
places.
see her in a
Yeah.
scrubby, so I figure like it's Sanford or something.
Nah,
Or a
true.
scrub or something. What are those things called?
Scrubs.
Yeah, scrubs.
I
mean,
see
she
her in like
wears
scrubs, so I'm like probably at Sanford or something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
at assisted living. You don't want some like old people poop on you or something.
Yeah, that's about it. That's like every day's conversation. But anyways, we're at the Bagley Casino. You know, I get up there, I roll up with 100, and it's like, so I go over to one of these machines. I'm out in like 5 minutes at that point.
$100?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what were you betting?
I was betting like $3 a pop, and then I was like,
God.
all right, this isn't looking good, but I wasn't making anything. I wasn't triggering anything.
No,
So
that casino sucks.
I sit over, I'm done at that point. I sit over by my sister and her boyfriend, and it's like, my sister, she just drops one bet and pulls a trigger on the first one and makes $90 right off the first spin. It's like, what the hell am I doing wrong here? And she comes up, she's like up 160. He put in 20. He got it on like the last spin, and he was up to 180 or something like that. And then we eventually cashed out at that point, and she ended up with like 90, and then he ended up with like 100. But then we went back and we started playing a little more. And I was like, all right, so let me go to the ATM and grab another $100. I lost that just as fast as the first one.
Oh, no.
It was terrible.
That's the classic. I can speak from experience. Unless you're playing cards, if you're only going to a casino to play slots and you lost the money that you went there with, do not go back to the ATM because you are going to lose that money.
Dude,
I hate slots.
Dude, honestly,
I never
had
won anything on slots.
I had the worst fucking luck that day.
The only time that I recommend going back to the ATM is if you are playing cards. Because multiple times I've been playing cards, I've lost out, went to the ATM, got more money, came back, and ended up winning all of it back.
That's awesome.
So,
yeah,
I just
so
got to say that.
you know,
every time
lesson
that
learned at this point,
Yeah.
because I ended up going. I lost that 100 and went back for another 100, and so I was
You lost $300 in the
Yeah.
Bagley Casino.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong
dude,
with you?
I triggered one time, and it was like for a 50-cent roll, so it was like I won $12.50 off that thing, and I had no money by the end of it. But the only person that actually won anything was my sister's boyfriend Tyler, and he ended up
Not
with
me, by the way.
Yeah, different Tyler. But he ended up winning $50 that night, and so we cashed out and left. You know, he had a big heart on when he left, but we were just bummed out at that point. It sucked. I mean,
Did I ever tell you the story about the worst casino experience I've had?
No, I want to hear it.
Okay, so there's a really big casino in Minnesota called Mystic Lake, and it's down by the cities. It's down near where I used to live, so I used to go over there a lot. And I actually used to do okay. I used to go over there and just play slots because I was by myself.
Yeah.
And I was actually like doing pretty well. I hit like a couple $1,000 jackpots and things like that.
That's pretty nice.
So we went down there for my friend Jake was playing in a Fortnite tournament they had there. They had like huge gaming tournament there for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the coolest thing because I've never been to like a big gaming tournament. They had like a main stage and like all these setups and stuff. It was pretty cool. So we're down there, and while he's playing his games, we're not just going to sit and watch him play Fortnite the whole time. So, of course, we're gambling because I went there with 3 other buddies.
Yeah.
And so we start gambling or whatever. I come in with $300. We're only there for 2 nights. So walking with $300, I'm like, okay, this should at least cover me for the day. And hopefully I win. I lost that within an hour and a half of being there.
Jesus.
So I went back to the ATM, got another 200, lost that, called it a day. So I'm down 500 in the first day.
That's rough.
Second day, same thing.
No.
Third day, same thing.
What do you mean the third day? You went
'Cause
back
we-
in again?
We were there. We went back for his final matches
Okay.
because he ended up winning the tournament in the Fortnite solo tournament. So in 3 days, I lost $1,500. That's the most money I've ever lost in that close of a period.
I
Don't
could
you-
never do that.
Dude, don't you get super depressed after
Oh,
that?
I was so pissed. I went back and I was like looking up ways to like make money fast and like all this shit. I'm like,
Just that
what am I
cheap
gonna
shit.
do? I'm gonna have to like sell all my shit and like, you know.
No,
But everything ended up working out because credit cards, they help you out in hard times.
well, there is that, but honestly, I guess my biggest thing was I was thinking, I have my laptop that I really want to sell. I'm selling it, by the way, so if anybody wants to buy it, hit me up.
Plug it.
What kind of laptop is it and how much? Just like
So, I actually bought it from Nick Turner, but, it's got a Core i7 in it. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, not too bad, but it's got an SSD and everything, and it's sitting pretty good, but I'm selling it for $800. So, it was a $2,200 laptop at the time when it was new, which was 2.5 years ago. So, in my opinion, if I can get $800 for it, that's pretty good. But
So there you go. If you're looking for an $800 laptop, hit up Nordy.
Yeah, you know,
You
if
got
I know
one.
you, I might, I don't know, maybe not.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just feel bad. That's all I do. I just feel bad for you.
Dude, $300. That's fucking nuts.
I feel worse for him now hearing that story.
And
For
yeah,
me?
I'll
yeah,
go with like 20
$1,500.
bucks.
1,500, yeah.
I'm
Dude.
such an old person, dude. Like I'll go, I bring like $20. I'm like, all right.
Both times I've ever been to the casino with Mitch, he literally brings a $20 bill and he plays like 5 cents a spin.
Yep. And if I'm
Wow.
like if I double it, then I'm leaving.
At 5 cents a spin, you're never gonna double $20. I'm just telling you that right now.
That's why I go in with 100.
You gotta. That's where I found the happy medium is if you go in with $100, normally you can play long enough to at least enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not losing a shit ton of money.
Unless you're stupid like me and just start betting $3 or $5 a bet and then you're gone.
Dude, I've never won once at a casino, and it's like, which might be a good thing.
You
'cause I
don't
go
win
that
if you
much.
don't try.
Yeah, but I also don't want to lose.
Sometimes you gotta spend
$1,500.
money to make money.
This is true.
You know.
But it is a gamble, so,
And never go into a casino thinking you're gonna win.
yeah.
No.
You go into a casino saying, "Okay, this $100 I'm walking in with this for leisure. I'm okay if I lose it." And then if you win, fuck yeah, it's a bonus.
I don't know how you walked in
You'll
there with
usually lose.
$1,500 knowing you were going to lose.
No,
that.
I walked in there with $300. My bank account had the money in it,
Jesus.
and the ATM's there. I think I paid like $25 in ATM fees that weekend too.
Oh, no. Yeah, they charge you a lot. Especially, was this in Vegas or? No, this was at
is
Mystic.
at Mystic Lake.
Yeah.
I think it's $3 there, which is pretty standard. In Vegas, it was $5 to pull out money.
Dude, it's insane in Vegas.
$5
Yeah.
to pull out your own money. That's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd go there beforehand because $5 is like
That's
a
what I
whole
did. I
beer
didn't.
there.
I didn't use an ATM there at all. I brought literally what I brought to Vegas is what I ended up losing, and I took it out here for free.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was scary walking around through an airport, putting my wallet into through the checkpoints and shit with $1,200 cash in it. But
Yeah, that's true.
what do you do?
Yeah.
I'm not paying the stupid ATM fees there
No.
because $5 that's a beer in Vegas. So
Right, exactly.
I don't want to spend money that I'd spend on a beer getting my money out of the ATM.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have to spend more money on beer if we were sponsored by Bud Light, but that's it's not happening anytime soon.
But
I've never
yeah,
seen
we're not
someone
giving
do
out
that.
free promo here. You got to at least follow us. Fucking watch. Go like this.
No, with your arm. We did like with his forearm.
I'm big stupid. I always fucking cut myself when I'm doing that shit. My
How?
hands just get clammy and sweaty.
This guy's in the military and he can't even open a goddamn beer.
Dude, I'm on fucking vacation right now. I have not worked
I
out
don't
in,
care.
like-
I don't care if you're on
That's
vacation or
alright.
not.
I'm on vacation.
You went through basic training. That's like
Dude,
I can
basic
never
training
make it
is-
through basic training.
here's
Let's
the
talk about that. We never
Okay.
talked about that last
yeah,
time.
so we didn't hop on that, but basic training nowadays is can I say this? It's pussy shit, to be honest.
Is it actually like
yeah, so
could anybody make it through it, you think?
Bryce
easily.
Maruska said he made it through it.
Who?
Bryce Maruska.
Oh, is he in?
He said the requirements are pretty embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah, it's sad.
I
So
mean, not like what
you know
you-
Bryce Maruska, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I haven't
so
seen him in years.
like 8 years ago, they used to be really hard on you. They could actually do some physical abuse to you and get in your
Oh.
face and cuss at you and shit. But when I went through,
God, dude, if somebody got in my face and cussed, I would just I'd get so mad.
Well,
You
you-
knocked their dumb ass
I mean,
out.
you had no
Yeah.
choice because you're there for that specific reason. So they could yell at you and like toughen you up essentially and kind of throw that military bearing in your head. But I don't know. When I was going through about 3 years ago, the biggest thing that they could do was they couldn't cuss at you, but they could get in your face, but they can't touch you. That's the thing. They can't lay a hand on you. If so, all these kids that like anything near that, fine line there, they would report the MTI, which is your military training instructor for who don't know. But so essentially, all these
Did you
reports.
ever see anybody like
Getting your
one of
grill.
your instructors get in somebody's face and they fucking freaked out?
Yeah, actually, the first day that I was there was this kid. He just wasn't having it, and he he lit up some MTI and he was just getting pissed off at him.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, like these barking dogs, all these MTIs, there's about 6 of them that come over and they just start yelling and just cursing this guy out.
Because they can't touch him.
Yeah. I mean, they can't lay a hand on him, but they yelled at him. And for us,
Is
being
anything
like,
just free game? Can you just chirp the fuck out of them or what? Or can they just chirp the fuck out of you? Like,
no, they can't do that. They can't do anything like that.
so what do they say? You suck. Like, what do they say? to
No,
you?
when like they yell at you, I mean, it's like your parents at their worst times 10. Like if they were ever cursing you out, that's about what it would be. I don't know.
But they can't call you like a fucking pussy or something?
No, they can't do that. That's
Damn.
too vulgar for the Air Force. So, but
Is it different for different?
for different branches, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. The Marines, they go through a whole different training method,
The
and
Marines training would
they
probably
have some tough
fucking-
training. They have some really tough
crazy.
training. I have props to them for that. But no, the Air Force, they've really lightened up on a lot of it in recent years, just because people are too sensitive nowadays.
True.
Which,
Everybody's sensitive.
Dude, it's nuts because now you go in there and kids can have their cell phones now in basic training, which before you couldn't. Like those were locked up until you were done, essentially. But now people have just all this extra free time, and it's like they're not getting the discipline they need to actually be in the military. Because once you're in the military, you need to have a level of like mental strength to actually hold yourself higher than others, but not
Someone
with like
calling
an ego.
No.
Mitch just thinks
Yeah.
his phone's more important than the podcast.
No.
Oh,
Nothing's more
Mitch.
important than Austin. Nothing.
No.
So like, basic training, it's normally like a pretty long process. It's not like you go for a week and you're done. Type.
right. No, it's 8 weeks. So
8
it's like
weeks.
8.5 weeks actually. But yeah, the first week you get there is like in processing and like getting your uniforms and like all your gear and stuff and kind of getting acclimated to the space.
Okay.
At least this is how it used to be. And then second week, I don't exactly remember, but a lot of it's like military drill and all that stuff. So learning facing movements and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know those.
Yeah.
Love-
You were in what were you in? You were in
Oh yeah, you were
No,
in ROTC.
No, I was in Civil Air Patrol when I was younger.
No, you were in.
But I was in both.
You were in,
I was in
were
Civil
you?
Air Patrol
yeah,
when I was
you
younger.
were in
yeah.
JROTC. at the
ROTC was when
school.
I was high school. I was in that for like a year or two. And then
That's
Civil
what's
Air
so-
Patrol,
that's what's
that
so
was when I was
interesting.
younger.
You were never in any of that, were you?
No, dude, I didn't want to join the military at all when I was younger. I was like, that's stupid, blah, 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 all that stuff. But now that I'm actually in, like, it has made a huge impact on my life. Just as far as, like, what I'm actually doing with my career and stuff, it's given me a huge jump in life. So, I mean, if anybody out there wants to join the military, go for it. Just sign up. It's not that
I thought he
bad.
was gonna like pull some recruiter shit because they're always coming up to people and
Dude.
like, "Hey, join the military."
Just, dude, the recruiters they're not that great. Just saying.
No.
Like, 95% of them are
When
shit.
I was in Burnsville, there was
Mhm.
these two guys walking around in their uniforms, and I gotta ask you a question about that. But
Yeah.
they came into my store, and it was like the worst recruiting I could have ever seen. He walked up, he's like, "Hey, man," I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "You ever thought about joining the military?" I was like, "Nope." He's like, "Cool." Turned around, walked out. I'm like, that is the worst recruiting thing ever. You couldn't have.
You know
I mean, you
why?
could have came up and said like, "Hey, join the military. You get tons of benefits. The pay is good. This and that."
So you have some people that are like that, but a lot of people hate their job. Like recruiting is not. I think it's a special assignment or
Yeah.
whatever it's called, but no, not a lot of people like that job because they know it's a lot of paperwork and it's a lot of bullshit, and so they just kind of push through it for 4 years and then they're done. So
You have to recruit for 4 years.
yeah, it's a 4-year assignment, just like being like an
Damn.
MTI. That's a 4-year gig. So
I've gotten a couple of Facebook messages about recruiting. Guy
Yeah.
I know he's going to the Navy. There's Joey. There's you. Matt's dad was in the Navy for a long time.
That's
What branch is Joey in?
he's in the Marines.
Oh, he is. So he
Mhm.
went through the hard training.
Yeah, he went through some
Damn.
tough stuff, but yeah, he's enjoying it right now. Like, I know the reason why he wanted to join was because he wasn't getting enough out of like what he was doing with his dad or something.
Yeah.
So he wanted something exciting to do in life, and so he decided, why not the Marines? So
Huh.
honestly, like, props to him for that because it's not easy.
Right.
It's really not easy, and he's a smart kid. He's a really smart kid. He's always been pretty smart, so he's getting into some pretty good stuff with them.
Yeah, and I think he listens to the podcast too.
Oh, does he?
Somebody was telling me that they were talking to him. I don't remember who it was, but somebody said that they were talking to him. And that.
He wants to buy Nymore
He
Boys
is.
stuff.
Oh yeah, that was you that texted me that the other day. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh shoot. Nice.
So yeah, he listens. Shout out Joey. I haven't seen you in like years and years.
Dude, it's been a minute.
See us go. You know, I'm telling you, that's what brought all of us together, and that's
Yeah.
that's how we all met. That's how I met Joey, was through CSGO.
Yeah, was it CSGO?
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. We used to all have LANs at my house, and good times, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to ask about the uniforms is, you see people out in public, like it could be a husband with their wife or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're like at the grocery store and he's in his full uniform. Is there a
Mhm.
reason for that? Like, do you have to wear your uniform out a certain amount of times, or is it like if you like a discipline, or if you like miss some sort of training or something?
No, so honestly, more than likely what the case was, he probably just got off work and is just coming from base, or he's going into work or on lunch or something. So it's okay to wear your uniform like outside of the base. It's not a like repercussion or anything. But
Sure.
yeah, more than likely he was just shopping with his wife, just got off work or something, and
Okay.
yeah. But no, one thing that gets me is like people who like, have you seen the Stolen Valor videos?
Mm-mm.
So people will go on with like a uniform, it'll be just stripped down, and they'll have like fake patches on and everything.
They're not like actually in the military.
Yeah, because all they're doing is just trying to get the benefit of like military discounts and all that stuff. And I've seen, it just gets me. I can't stand people who do that. But
Dude, how big of a loser do you have to be? Like, put on a uniform and go,
Right.
like,
yeah,
buddy, like, go do something productive with your life.
Like, it's a thing.
What the hell?
it's,
Yeah, no, I believe it. People
Yeah.
are scumbags, dude. Like,
Huh. Okay.
yeah.
I've always wondered because, you know, you just see people like randomly wearing their uniform. I'm like, okay, well, why? You
yeah,
know?
it's just because like we have lives too. You know, we just get off base.
Well, and I didn't.
going
What?
or
right,
no,
and I
sorry,
didn't-
that was
I
coming
guess I
off a
didn't-
little.
I didn't realize that that you actually have to dress like that if you just have like an office job on a base. You still have
Yeah.
to dress like that.
Yep, every
Gotcha.
single day. Especially, well, I mean, if you're active duty, you know, that's every single day. I don't know how it is for reserves or guard or whatnot, but yeah, it's every single day. Unless you're working like a civilian job, which is totally different. Then that's yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah, the more you know.
And if you see two guys normally walking in their full military uniform, they're probably recruiters.
Not necessarily.
Like walking around a mall like in the middle of the day.
To
'Cause,
be
like,
honest, maybe.
I
maybe
saw that
not.
a lot in Burnsville, which I don't know of any military base that's in the metro area.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There might be a recruiting station nearby, and they're probably just going by every single store that they can to, you know, just fly down the military. And
Sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's about all I
Well,
have for basic training and all that stuff. You know, basic training 8.5 weeks, not too bad. Just really.
And then
Yeah.
after basic training, then you're basically
So at that point, you go into tech school, which you learn your job at that point. So
okay.
yeah, I was in tech school for 8.5 months. No, I'm sorry, 6.5 months,
Okay.
which is usually a little longer than others.
You get paid for that?
Yeah, I mean, you get
So you
paid
get
as
paid to go to class?
yeah,
Damn, it's kind of cool.
yeah. I mean, it's all right because you're fucking tired as fuck every day. You know, you wake up at 4 a.m., do PT and stuff,
Damn.
go to class for like 9 hours, and then you come back, and then pretty soon
That's
you
your day?
Huh?
Is that like just your day?
Yeah, pretty much. And then that's when I go back to my room and just play CSGO and stuff.
Gamble all the money you're making away.
Dude, ooh.
Yeah, because isn't Thor's in the army?
I don't know.
He's definitely in the army.
Okay.
I think he's like a combat medic.
Oh shit,
I
that's
don't
cool.
know though. I'm not quite sure. I thought someone told me that, or I'm not sure, but I feel like that'd be kind of dope, like a combat medic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to think, like
I don't know if I could ever do anything in the military.
that'd be crazy,
personally,
like a
but
doctor, like in the field, basically.
yeah.
Like you have to fight, but like you're like, you know, I mean, technically not like a doctor, but like,
Right.
you know, pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
you know,
damn
he's
close.
qualified at that point to, you know, actually, you know, sew up a wound or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. So,
Yeah.
no, that's really cool.
You guys ever got stitches?
No.
Mm,
I have.
nope.
That kind of suck. I mean, they're
Well,
not
I mean, I
bad.
had stitches after like a surgery,
No,
but I've never like
Oh,
never
yeah,
like
yeah.
split my head open.
I
and-
got cut right here in hockey once, and like they're like, all right, like we're gonna numb you up, and they take like this big ass needle and they poke the inside like all up on the inside of your cut,
Ooh.
and like that's probably the worst part because it's like going inside like your head. It feels like, and then
Just
out of nowhere,
tickling
like
your brain.
out of nowhere, like you lose like all the feeling, and you can like feel them like taking that needle in your skin and then pulling the string.
It's like when have you ever had
Pulling the
a
string.
tooth removed, like a tooth
Oh,
pulled,
I have a wisdom
no,
teeth
yeah.
removed.
where they like numb it, but like you can't feel it, but you can still feel it, or like when they break the fucking tooth loose and
Did you get gassed or did you get numbed?
Get gas.
I got gassed.
Oh,
No,
you did?
No, the first time I had laughing gas, and every time after that I had Novocaine. I think they do both, honestly. I think they give you the Novocaine so you can't, or at least they did when you were younger, because I had teeth pulled when I was a kid, and then I had teeth pulled later on when I was like, more, not an adult yet, but I was like older.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had 10 teeth pulled in total.
I think I've had about 10.
Yeah, I
yeah.
had my 4 wisdom
What
teeth.
happens when you get them pulled? Like,
So,
they're just
like,
gone, right?
Yeah, they pull them out.
But like when you're a kid, like you have braces, let's say, like they gotta pull some teeth. Like are those teeth just like gonzo or what?
Normally they would pull them before you got braces. I had to have 4 teeth pulled to be able to get my braces on.
Yep.
And yeah, they just basically bring you in, numb you up. The worst part of it is you can feel it when they fucking numb you. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
they
push
stick the
that-
needle in there.
and it's right in your gum, so it's really sensitive. So you can feel like the fucking Novocaine go into your gums, and you can like it's not a pleasant feeling.
It's not the worst feeling, to be honest. I don't know. I'm fine with needles. I've always been okay with needles.
I can't do needles.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
then then you don't feel it, but you can hear it.
Don't even.
Like you can hear them like cracking the
I
tooth
remember
loose
this,
and
yeah.
shit.
PTSD right here.
Because I got my teeth yanked and like they're like, all right, like you want to go with you want to be like gassed or or they they gas you up or you just want. My mom was like, I'll just see Novocaine, and like I wasn't like a puss about it. I was like, fuck, like okay, like we're just gonna have to go Novocaine, and then they're like, all right, your appointment's this day, and I went in. It was by myself. I went in. And then they did like all that process I guess mentioned. They stick the needle in your gums, and they were like, "Yeah,
You
like,
got, like those lip wideners where
yeah, yeah." They're like, "Do you have any like earbuds or anything like that?" I was like, "No, why?" Well, sometimes people get kind of like disturbed by the cracking of their teeth, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I wish I would have fucking known this, you dickheads.
you got those sick shades on, so you're not blinded by the light.
Yeah, so they're doing that. They're putting the works on me, and I was numbed up, and I couldn't feel anything. But I could feel like, you can just like know your teeth are being tugged on, and stuff like that. They took a drill almost, and, like they split the tooth in half. They gotta like pull the shit, and I could just hear the.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like this sucks. And
Dude,
then I
there goes
remember,
my whole fucking jaw at that point.
dude, I was like, shit. And then they had to go like way back, 'cause my bottom 2 wisdom teeth, and then
You got your wisdom teeth out without going under?
yeah.
Holy shit.
I would never do that.
I would never do that.
It was my wisdom teeth.
Luckily, I don't have wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Like my wisdom teeth never came in, so I never have to worry about that.
It was my wisdom teeth.
But they literally have to like cut your gums and shit to get to it.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
oh my
that's
god, you
awful.
didn't go under.
So I'm like, fuck.
Oh my
Like I'm
God,
sitting
you don't
there
even
like just
Novocaine.
numbed, and I could like feel like the tugging and the pulling and stuff. I'm like, it doesn't hurt. And then they're like, I could see them taking rag after rag after rag, just bleeding. I could feel it like filling up my mouth. I'm like,
They got
fuck.
like that fucking like straw in there that's like sucking shit out.
Yeah, and so like, but the drill, like they drilled, and I could like, I was like, in my mouth, I was getting like bone dust.
Yeah.
Like teeth. I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, and they were just cracking, pulling. And they're like, oh, this one's kind of hard one to get out. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm sitting there, like, nodding my head. Like, I couldn't talk with the shit in my mouth. Oh, okay. Like, and they're yanking. And then they're like, all right, you're free to go. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, be sure to use this so you don't get any dry sockets. Just kind of squirt that in, like, the sockets and stuff like that. And I just fucking drove home. And I was like, this definitely hurts now. Because I'm in the car, like, just by myself driving home.
Jesus.
I'm like, this sucks. Like, why
Oh
did I
my
agree to this?
God,
But
dude,
yeah,
I can't believe
I
that.
crack. Like, dude.
Because just getting a tooth pulled and getting your wisdom teeth out are like 2 different surgeries.
Yeah, no, they put me under for that because I opted for that. I did not want to be awake.
No
and,
way
oh,
in hell, because it's a pretty long process.
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm
Actually-
aware. I was awake for it.
Oh my
it's like
God.
40 minutes. You know, they knock you out, wake you up, and they're like, "All right, you're good to go." And
You're
then
like, okay.
No, I was
Waking up from after being put under in a surgery, it's like you are on cloud 9 and nauseous at the same time.
oh yeah,
At least for me, I woke up. I don't even remember parts of it. I feel like I went like I was conscious and then I was like fucking blacked out.
Yeah.
And then I was conscious and then I was blacked out. Like there's parts of it that I remember and parts of it that I don't.
Yeah.
But I have some video of me. I'm a jokester.
You showed
You're
me
just
that.
Yeah,
big
I was
goofy.
an absolute
I remember that
jokester.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you checked this out. I was like, you
Because they
fucking
use like
clown.
a cleaning solution that turns your skin orange.
yeah.
Like when you have surgery like on your body or whatever.
oh, iodine.
And I saw that my skin was orange like that, and I said I looked like my sister on formal night because, like,
Oh no,
right before that she had gotten a spray tan and she turned orange.
Yeah.
dude.
Dude.
She watched the podcast.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think she'd be the one the type to watch the podcast.
no,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
yeah, I was just an absolute jokester.
But yeah, it's just
Dude, no, I scratched the hell out of my nose whenever I wake up from anesthesia.
I did too. I was like in the video, I was always like wiping my nose on like the heated blanket that I was under and stuff.
Yeah, like one of the nurses came by and she put like a rag, like a wet rag on my chest because my nose just kept bleeding because I was just itching at it, just digging for gold. in there. It's like, dude,
Walk over Austin's knuckle deep in his nose,
dude, I get
tickling his brain.
you know me, I get the most random nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get nosebleeds
yeah.
all the time. And it's like, God, dude, like I hate this. I get them the most inconvenient, or not most inconvenient, but like I told you about, like when I went to Sunset, watching Lil Wayne, boom, bloody nose. Sometimes I get them in the shower, and it's right when I'm almost done. I'm about to get out, and I just see blood raining down like my whole, like my chest and shit. I'm like, fuck. I'm in here for another like 10 minutes. So I'm trying to take care of it. When I first got to Tahoe elevation, I think that's why tons of bloody noses too. We'd be like stretching at the end, fucking leaking blood. Like it's just stupid, dude. I remember I got bloody noses all the time, and I still do. But like,
Jesus.
I'm pretty lucky. My nose never bleeds.
It's
Like,
always
I could get absolutely smoked in the face. Like just when you get you hit your nose and it's like the worst feeling ever. Like
Yeah.
you feel like
Yeah.
you break it. No bloody nose.
yeah, I've gotten like, and it's always out of my right nostril. The only time it's been, only times where it's been like both is like I said, because remember like I sometimes have to like fight, and one time I got fucking clocked right in the face, and like you're in the moment and like you're like fuck that hurt, but like I can't like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like got it like all over my face and shit, but I was like fucking like. I was like, dude, I would have bleeding out of my fucking nose bad because, like, I bleed normally, like, no problem, but right, oh, God, dude, I took it right to the fucking face, and I was like, oh, I was just,
God, dude, I would have loved to see you get
Dude.
clocked. You're just like,
because I was like, I was throwing some hands, and then he came up out of nowhere, pop, bang, right there in the face. I was like, fuck, that hurt, like, God damn it, like, why did I have to eat one? I should have, like, looked away or something, but yeah, no, I've definitely... Bloody noses I usually get is just when I'm like doing stupid shit. Like I'm doing like nothing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Only time I got in one where it was both nostrils and I clocked in the face. But other than that, no, yeah. Bloody noses are a pain in the ass. And it's like I always joke like I'm like a chick on her period, but I get them like through my nose. So like once a month, like I'll go, oh, here's my
it's your
fucking
time of the month.
here's my period through my nose.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
but yeah, so
I
like
always knew Mitch was kind of a girl.
yeah, there you go. And then I sliced my fucking finger at work the other day. It was like a brand new knife we got, and I was like,
Just checking it out. You're like,
I was doing
this
prep.
thing's pretty sharp.
I was doing prep work because I had to cut, like it was dough, like cutting dough, because it wasn't balled up or nothing. Cutting dough, balling dough, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this knife. I'm gonna set it aside, and I'm sitting there like grabbing the dough as it comes out of the roller, and then I was like moving like a dough sheet to the side, and I like kind of pretty quick, and the knife was over and it sliced, and I was like, shit. I'm like, this is gonna bleed like a mofo. Cause on your finger sometimes, like above the fingernail, like sometimes your skin will peel there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like just even that. It's
Yeah,
like
mine.
it's like painful. It's like annoying.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it.
It just rips up slightly.
Yep. Like yeah,
That
just slightly like
sucks.
that, but it was like right in the same spot, but it like went like across my finger. I was like, shit. And I was like bleeding. I'm like, because of first aid can out here somewhere. And Taylor, he's like, yeah, it's somewhere back there. Oh, okay, I guess I'm back there looking for it. And there's like a guy like dropping off like stuff for like food. I'm like sitting there like trying to take care of this, and I found like a Band-Aid. I ran out of the sink, and I was trying to stop the bleeding, and I was holding the sink, and like the cut was like a big flap, you know,
Yeah.
big old flap, and
Oh,
it's running under
shit.
water, and the flap was like hanging out even more because I was getting in the cut, so like the flap was hanging out. And I was like, boy, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one, so I like ripped off like the skin.
Oh, dude.
I was like, ripped it, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta Band-Aid on this quick, towel, Band-Aid, and then I put on like a glove,
Yeah.
and I got back to it, but yeah, I was bleeding like a mofo, and it was stupid.
You worked at McDonald's, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you'd cut your finger and they make you put those little finger condoms on? Just the one
Yeah, just
singular
the
finger.
weird fucks. Oh, man.
And then your one finger just gets sweaty under there.
Yeah, it's especially every time you're like working grill or something, too.
Yeah.
It's like you just burn it up on the grill and you're like, all right, that's a wound there. Better cover it up. So
yeah, you got to put your one finger condom on.
yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, dude, like in the kitchen, it's like you get burns, cuts, stuff like that, but it's like, God, dude,
Dude,
like,
slice your whole finger off for Christ's sake.
Yeah, you
Jeez.
know, you're back there grinding in the kitchen.
do you guys ever burn your knuckles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
McDonald's, since I think we talked about this before, since the grills
Yep.
are like too compressed
Mhm.
and you have to squeegee off the grease from cooking the meat, obviously.
Yeah.
So you squeegee off the grease. If you're not paying attention, you go to the the very back. Not
Just-
paying attention, knuckles all the way across the fucking 400-degree
Yeah.
grill.
Yeah.
You and your knuckles, dude. Like,
And I got pretty bony knuckles, so it was pretty easy for me
Same.
to run my knuckles right across there, and it's
Yeah.
not a pleasant feeling because then your
No.
hand burns the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's awful. But
Well,
Man.
anything else you guys want to add before we wrap things up here?
no, driving
No.
back on Friday, and
Yep, Austin's going back to Florida.
you guys leave next week on Wednesday.
Yep, for our trip. We've
Hey,
we've mentioned it before, but we're gonna keep it a
We're-
little bit
we're
more of a
excited.
secret now since it's coming up.
Big
Yeah.
plans, boys.
Big plans, big
Yeah.
announcement when we are on our trip, so definitely be sure to keep an eye out for that. Follow us on all of our social medias. It's Nymore Boys across the board, or if you're lazy, just type in Nymore Boys on Google and we will pop up. Check out nymoreboys.com. Get yourself some of our merch. We definitely like seeing people rep our brand. Follow all of us on Instagram. They'll be linked below if I remember. Bud Light, please sponsor us, and we will see you in the next one.